Members of the network, the Department of Antiquities has given approval for a large gathering inside the pyramid for spring equinox. I'm buying my ticket when the phone rings, and it's my voiceover agent. Crap. I hope it's not an audition I'm gonna miss now, because I'm leaving town again. Hi, Sandy. How's my best girl? I'm good. How are you? Never mind me. Guess what? You booked a commercial for God. Huh? You know that campaign for that church? You booked it. You're working for God. Wow, I guess God likes me. How does he pay? Pretty good. Should pay for your next trip, which is when? Actually, I'm heading back to Egypt in a minute. When does this record? They're using your audition as the spot. You already recorded it. Wow, God's efficient. Have a great trip. You're my best girl. You know that, right? Yes, Sandy. And I know you say that to all the girls. I'll bring you a souvenir. Open hearts, open minds, open doors. The people of the United Methodist Church. In a few weeks, I'm back in Egypt. This is all building toward a huge planetary task for February 22nd, 2022, a numerological portal, and everyone's energy matters. Hopefully. One evening, as I'm leaving a Merkaba activation session, my mom calls. Hi, Mom. Carrie, are you still in Egypt? Yeah. Carrie, is this a cult? Oh, of course not. Well, why are you all wearing white in that Facebook photo in front of the Sphinx? Makes a nice photo. It isn't for ritual purity or something? No, it's nothing like that. Well, why white? It's really dark inside the pyramid, and wearing white makes it easier. Easier for what? Easier to find us. Easier for who to find you? The beings we work with, they don't have eyes or bodies. They're non-physical. They're in the sixth dimension, okay? I see. And are you all boarding a spaceship at the end? Not until February, Mom. Okay. Jeffrey, I think it's time for an intervention. After we finish in Giza, I travel to the Sinai Peninsula to climb the Moses Mountain. Sunrise at the top, I find a perfect rock and ask for permission to take it. God, Moses, spirits of the mountain, is it okay if I take this rock as a souvenir for Sandy? He's Jewish. I think he'll like it. No burning bush, but I take it as a yes. Boarding my flight home, I get an email. To those who knew Sandy, he's gone. Sandy, what happened? I didn't even know you were sick. I'm so sorry. I don't really feel like doing this without you. At his funeral, I give the rock to his mom. I tried to explain where it's from, but I'm not sure I got through. In my heart, I lay my acting career to rest alongside Sweet Sandy. That summer, another trip to Egypt for Matthias's birthday. All my friends are back, and Richard, who's beginning to notice me. One hot day at the house of Sekhmet, I feel a pebble in my shoe and stop to remove it. Richard stops too and puts his hand on my shoulder. I turn to see what he wants. He nods and walks off. Next morning is an activation at the Osirion, the House of Light in Kem. The women came here to give birth in the pools of water. Priestesses sang and anoint them with oils. People also came to die, so it's a powerful portal. The activation is a cacophony of people screaming and crying like full-on When Harry Met Sally style orgasms. Not me. I'm curious, skeptical, kind of jealous. I'm not remembering past lives or having orgasms. I just feel alone. Walking back to the hotel, Richard appears. Carrie, can I talk to you for a while? Sure. I don't know why. I married my wife. I didn't even know he was married. Let's see where this goes. I don't remember anything else he said, but it was a long convo. We missed breakfast. I don't mind. He needed to process, and I'm happy to oblige. The fourth trip to Egypt is what we've all been working for 2 years. The activation of 45 nodes from the King's Chamber. I'm thrilled to be here and to get to see all my friends again. All the regulars are back. Cambodian Nancy, Ukrainian Tatiana, Irish Sandra, and French Richard. I sit at the same breakfast table as him one morning, and he doesn't say anything to stop me. I find a way to work in a French phrase. À chacun le sien. You speak French? No, that's basically all I know. Oh, because that would be sexy. Suddenly, you pourras curse en français. Note to self, learn a tara the French curse words to impress Richard with at the next opportunity. After that, things pick up. He gives me a chocolate bar. It's not his idea. I strategize. I know he prefers dark chocolate, like me, and I overhear him say, I always travel with a stash. So one night I text him, any of that chocolate left? I'm desperate for a fix. He writes back instantly, meet me in the garden in 15 minutes, bring cash, no cops. Tatiana and Sandra, my roomies, are a little too excited. No, Carrie, you can't go looking like this. Put on something sexy, low cut. Tati, it's cold out. He's just giving me a chocolate bar. I don't want to look like I'm trying. You don't know that, do ya? The night is young and full of mischief. A whirlwind change into something hopefully nonchalantly alluring. I head to the garden, where Richard opens up about a side of his nature he's discovered since coming to Egypt. I don't know why. I see dark beings, elementals, guardians of the land. You mean like gnomes and ogres, those kinds of beings? Yes, like this. I talk with them, negotiate what they need for the energy of the place. They are here now all around. Stay close. He has a lot to say. We missed dinner. I don't mind. I'm just glad to be with him. And the chocolate's good. The final activation is a huge concert in front of the Sphinx with thousands of people from all over the world. We have to pretend it's just a concert because it's illegal to do anything spiritual on the plateau. We rave like nerdy New Age hippies. But each group sneaks into the pyramid to work their magic. Matthias stays awake 5 nights channeling and belts his heart out on the last night. I am Metatron. And sobers us with a reminder. Remember, none of us will live to see the Great Awakening. But in 100 or 200 years, it will come. And because of what we did, the ones who come in the future will remember. And now, my mission is complete. Thank you all for helping me fulfill my purpose. The last day in Egypt, some of us join a special tour to descend the Osiris Shaft, a mysterious entry point to the underworld near the Sphinx. Waiting to go down the ladder, I hear a voice behind me. Oh, Carrie, I didn't see you as there. You are so small, like a tiny G.I. Joe. Descending the shaft is dark and spooky and hundreds of meters deep. It opens to a cavern with huge ancient granite sarcophagi, and Richard gets to work. He's moving his hands around like Gandalf the Grey, dueling with Voldemort. If he's so sensitive to energy, I wonder if he'll notice if I try to do something with our energy. I imagine our chakras glowing, then I weave them together with my mind. Delicate strands of light from my root chakra to his and back and through, all the way to our crowns, tie it off with a bow of light, and send my wish out into the cosmos. As we emerge from the shaft, I watch to see if he seems to notice anything. Nada. Leaving for the airport, I cross paths with Matthias in the lobby. A chance to ask one last question. I mean, I'm really, really glad I got to help him complete his mission. It would be nice if he can help me with mine. Matthias, can you please tell me, how can I remember? What do you want to remember? I don't know. My past lives? Why I'm here? Whenever you feel strong emotion and you don't know why, this is memory. This is how our souls get through to us, what we feel. But how do I know what to do? My mission, my purpose is a cliche, but true. Follow your heart. Bye. Follow your heart? Seriously? Haven't I been doing that all along? That can't be it. Our work in Egypt is complete. What now? We all go home and try to get on with our lives. Richard separates from his wife. He keeps in touch. We bond over all the places we both want to visit, Easter Island, Bhutan, Antarctica. One night, my phone dings, and it's him sending me a video of a goth-looking young woman sitting beside a glowing crystal. You have to let your freak flag fly in order to find your people. Radical, courageous honesty is the only way to go if you want to live authentically. Radical, courageous honesty? I mean, Matthias said, follow your heart. Maybe this is the moment. I shoot him a text. She's cool. Yeah, she's a beast. Do you think there's such a thing as being too honest? I think you have to take the risk or live life wondering what you may have missed. My heart is pounding. Okay, so in the interest of radical, courageous honesty, I feel like maybe this is the moment to share that I guess I have a sort of a crush on you. It feels like this connection we have is more than friendship. I know it's super impractical with the distance and all, but kind of seems like maybe you feel it too, and that's why you sent that video. But if I've got this all wrong, please don't worry about it. I don't want to mess up our friendship. I love sharing with you this way, and if this is in any way awkward, we can just pretend this text never even happened. Send. I shouldn't have sent it. I shouldn't have sent it. I shouldn't have sent it. I ding. Dear, thank you for being honest. It would be awkward only if you keep it inside and you are not, so we can work on it. With an emoji. Let's talk in the morning. I don't reply. You're okay? I don't reply. Or we can talk now if you prefer. I text back. I'm okay, thanks. My phone rings. Bong, 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 bong. Hi. Dear, this is not the kind of okay I mean. I'm not rejecting you. I just don't know what I can offer. But no matter what, this will only bring us closer as friends. I mean, it's not the worst possible response. A few days later, he calls. Dear, I have been thinking about what you shared, your crush. Even though I wouldn't use this word exactly, I can't stop thinking about you. I feel this way too, and I say we go for it. Romance ensues. Tourists still aren't allowed in Japan, and he can't get a visa to the US. No problem. We'll meet in the middle. Dear, get yourself to Paris, and I take care of everything else. Sounds good to me. He finds a fairy tale Airbnb in a beautiful arrondissement. Everything is perfect. He's my tall, dark, handsome, sexy, wickedly funny French samurai unicorn. He takes me to a cat cafe because he knows I love cats. To the Shakespeare cafe because he knows I love Shakespeare. We climb Sacré-Cœur, him grabbing my ass the whole way up, and do a photo shoot at the top. Did I mention he's also a professional photographer? It's sublime. After 4 days in Paris, we're off to Milan to join a couple we know from Egypt. Whose life am I in? Our flight gets delayed and we're stuck at the airport all day. I don't mind. We walk through the terminal hand in hand while he steers both our suitcases. Silently, I pray. I need no other purpose but this, to love this man and be grateful. In Italy, we have a rushed goodbye at the airport. Dear, there is no reason to cry. I will see you very soon. Back in our respective homes, we talk daily. We plan to attend Matthias's next big event together in Argentina, but it's months away. We plan to plan another trip sooner, but it gets pushed because of his daughter's school, his clients' demands, his wife's work schedule. My mother calls. Carrie, is this man still married? It's different in Japan, Mom. They don't do divorce there, apparently. Mm-hmm. He can't push for it right now because of their daughter. Mm-hmm. But they're separated. They don't live together. How do you know? We talk every day. Our communication is awesome. Jeffrey, I think it's time for another intervention. Richard, is everything okay? Yes, dear, don't worry. Just give me a couple days to figure things out. I will see you very soon. Richard, I was thinking about you today while I was pretending to work at my day job, and I found this guy online. He's a geobiologist. He works with the energy lines of the planet. It reminds me of your thing with the beings. Dear Eureka, you are a genius. I must go to England urgently to train with this man. That's awesome. I can meet you in England. No, dear, this won't work. I'm staying at hostel with 6 other guys to save money. I can't afford more time. You paid for the trip to Europe. I can get us a place to stay for a couple days. This isn't fair. It's too short for you to come so far and I can't extend. Then when can we see each other again? Well, honestly, I can't say it's this time, dear. This gift you give me, this discovery, this work, is what I want to do with my life. Work with these beings as a ghost-busting energy highway repairman. And I must focus only on this. Are you dumping me for gnomes? Yeah, you gave me my purpose. I am grateful forever. But I am a shitty boyfriend now because I have no time for you. It is my shame, my loss. You are perfect, but you should be free. If it's your shame and your loss, why does it seem like I am the only one who's sad? I am French. I compartmentalize. I will feel sad someday. That night, alone in my apartment, I play Cleopatra. Act 5, Scene 1. I dreamt there was an Emperor Antony. Oh, such another sleep that I might see, but such another man. His face was as the heavens, and therein stuck a sun and moon which kept their course, and lighted the little O of the earth. His legs bestrid the ocean. His reared arm crested the world. His voice was propertied as all the tuned spheres, and that to friends. But when he meant to quell and shake the orb, he was as rattling thunder. For his bounty, there was no winter in't, and autumn 'twas that grew the more by reaping. His delights were dolphin-like. They showed his back above the element they lived in. In his livery walked crowns and crownets, realms and islands were as coins dropped from his pockets. Think you there was or might be. Such a man as this I dreamt of. The next fucking day, Japan reopens to tourists, and I get assigned my node for the task in Argentina. Minami Torishima, a tiny Japanese island 700 miles from the mainland where no one lives. It's impossible to visit, and its only export is guano, bird poop. This is not a very fun index card. But I go to Argentina and do the task with Matthias without Richard, which sucks. I go to Easter Island without Richard. It's fun. I get courted by 3 different guys and shown all over the island by the top Moai carver of the Rapa Nui. I share with Richard, which sucks. I go on a 5-day dark retreat. I take a Sufi whirling dervish intensive, a tantra intensive, a meditation intensive. Maybe I can quantum leap past the grief. We learn a technique to ping the pineal gland by forcing breath up into the brain. And for a second, I think it works. I lose all sense of who or where I am. And then I'm back. I don't know what that was, but I want more. It felt like relief. I'm given the code name of a secret curandera who offers a private ceremony to inhale the crystallized venom of a poisonous toad that contains 5-MeO-DMT, the God molecule. It's my birthday, and I think meeting God face to face is a perfect way to spend it. I have immortal longings in me. Cleopatra, Act 5, Scene 2. And maybe, God has one more index card waiting for me with the ultimate assignment. Do me a favor and squeeze your fist really hard, like this. Just play along, humor me. Just keep squeezing it while you keep listening, and don't relax it until I tell you to. I take a train alone to the curandera's house in the woods. There's no danger. No one has died on my watch, yet. The first dose is called a kiss, just to see how the system responds. If I kiss a toad, do I meet my prince? You never know. The first dose is brief, but it's like the most brilliant joke made just for me. Impossible to share, but I giggle, and she knows I'm ready. A little cosmic humor, huh? Now, inhale, long, slow, and hard, deep as you can. Don't let up until it's gone. After the inhale, I don't need to exhale or inhale ever again. I think the molecules of my body are dissolving. Breathe, breathe. Her voice cuts through. Reluctantly, I inhale and fall back. There's a visceral sensation and like a vortex, and I don't know if I can. I need help. I'm right here. I'm right here. Feel my hand. I feel her hand, but I don't know whose hand she's touching. Is it mine? What's mine? Who is she holding? Who is feeling? Surrender to the process. I don't know how. I don't know what that means. I don't know what to do. I have no control over what's being said. It's like I'm being sucked through a wormhole. It's black and white and gray, and there are hands reaching out on all sides. And I want to grab onto them to keep from slipping through, but I'm falling too fast, and I don't know how to use my arms. And now relax your fist. Let go. Let go now. Can you do it? Do you feel that? How it's hard to let go. I couldn't do it, not completely. It's like my sense of self was clenched too tightly. Couldn't relax enough to let God or whatever just saturate me until I could dissolve. I was too contracted. When will I get this? I think I'm talking to myself silently in my mind, but the curandera answers. You were close. You were in the vicinity. Don't be so hard on yourself. After the climax, I lay there molecules slowly reassembling, waves of unconditional love washing over me. I feel them, but how to absorb them, how to surrender completely. Is it even possible to do that in a body and not die? I'm emerging slowly from this ocean, and then there's Richard. What is he doing here? And the love washes over me again, and I know I can't fight it or change it. I tell him, I love you. I know, dear. I can't stop. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. Why are you here? You brought me. And then I see that nothing is real. Everything, everyone is like a precious fiction of our own mind. So made real so we can experience whatever. There's no one to blame for anything. And there's no one else to love. The Spanish word for love, amor, means without death, that which never dies. It just is. It's not about any specific person. It's just about what is felt. I feel this without death, amor, because of him. He's the character myself, beyond myself, wrote and created the perfect actor to play. Huh. On the way home, I scribble a haiku. Maybe the longing is even more beautiful than having would be.